Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi everyone. I hope you guys are staying safe and keeping well. Welcome back to yet another live mock DSA series of Geeks for Geeks. Just waiting for some more people to join in so that we can quickly start the session. Also, please let me know if I'm audible to you all in the comment section. That would be a good help. Okay, great. Our guest for the day is Bhajan, who's currently studying in his fourth year of college, doing information and technology engineering from NITK Surathkal, and he would be interviewed by Piyush Khandelwal, who's an in-house GFT mentor at Geeks for Geeks. So, without any further confusion or wasting any time, let's start the session. I think we have enough people live, and we can quickly introduce both of our guests.
Hello
Hi,
everyone,
Bhajan.
good afternoon. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Piyush. I hope you guys
Hey,
are doing
hey
good.
Sidra. Hey Bhajan.
Hello, sir. Hello.
So, over to you, Piyush. Now you can take this webinar ahead.
Thank you, Sidra. So, hey Bhajan, how's you?
Sir, being stable in this unstable time, I'm doing good. What about you? How are you doing, sir?
Absolutely fine, dear. Absolutely fine. Dear. So, I just wanted to know, right? Are you nervous? Is it your first interview that you are going to be through?
Not exactly, but the thing is that being live, so it is the first time that I'm coming live.
Okay,
That's
that,
why
that
some
that's
nervousness is there.
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine. Because
yeah,
like some people have camera phobia, right? The camera, like
yeah,
they don't know how to present in front of camera, right? This
yeah.
could
Of
be
course.
one reason, but it is going to be quite normal. I can assure you this, right? You have to be what you are, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I was going through your resume and it is quite impressive, right? You are from NIT Surathkal.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I would like to hear something from you, right? A technical side of yours.
Okay, so let me introduce that in a nutshell. So, well, I am Bhajan Kumar Bharman, currently pursuing my B.Tech from NITK Surathkal, so with a focus on information technology, along with a minor degree in School of Management. I have done my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, and so far my technical skills are concerned. So, first of all, talking about programming languages, so I am familiar with C, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, SQL, but I am more inclined to C++. So I prefer C++ as a coding language. And other some other technical skills I should mention is like some frameworks like Angular, Node.js, Spring Boot, databases like MySQL, Postgres, etc. So these are the technical side. Yeah.
So, like you have told a lot of frameworks, right? You have told about Angular, you have told about React, so you have a lot of hands-on experience. Like, have you implemented something using these frameworks?
Yes, yes, of course. So since I'm more interested to web development, So this Angular framework, Node.js, and the databases, of course. So these are very, very important. So when I have mentioned the project, so out of 3 projects I mentioned the resume, 2 of them are from web development. So first one, so technologies, these are very frequently used. Like for front end, I always go for Angular framework most of the time. And talking about the
Okay.
backend server, I prefer Node.js. And for databases, I generally use Postgres or MySQL. So yeah, I have implemented those frameworks.
So Bhajan, what happens is when I talk about Angular, right? So
Yes,
people like Angular is best to build single page web applications.
yeah, yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes, yes, you are.
So when we use Angular, right? So there is a problem with Angular. Generally, your website, if you're developing some web application using Angular, it is not SEO friendly. How can, like, why should I select Angular? First thing, why should Angular be my choice of selection?
Yes.
And if I know that Angular is not good, like the website, the web application that I'm going to build on Angular is not going to be SEO friendly, why would I be selecting Angular then?
Okay. So first of all, that when I was going through like why should I first use Angular? So I was not familiar with initially with this framework. So I was thinking like I know the basic HTML, JavaScript, and CSS and all. So how to just combine and make the use in a broader project? When you are making project, so there's a lot of components and modules to deal with. You need to make some services on all to make the things more modularity to be there and more object oriented. So the thing is, initially we were using like jQuery or there is vanilla JS. So these are the quite good platform to work with. But the problem is that it is not give you the integrated thing. When your project becomes broader and broader, so you have to maintain a big program, a lot of code. So there are also some drawbacks like modularity is not there and that this kind of program. And the other thing is it will be not giving you everything handmade, so ready-made. So you have to make build from the scratch. But what Angular does, no need to worry about anything. Simply you just go and just create one new app. For example, making the command ng new and give the app name whatever you want to make. So it will directly make the app and give everything to you. It is just ready-made. You will give it with the initial component, initial module, like it is providing app.module.cs along with app.component.cs and all these things. So it will just automatically take care of it. You can directly run your project and it's running. You didn't do anything. Just the command is created and it's done. What you need to do is according to your requirement, you have to just change your code and accordingly you are going to make the project good things and making all the components connected, making into services on. So I found that it is very, very good and it is more object oriented, modularity is there, and there's a lot of things to do with this. Whenever we talk about some broader project, lot of modules are there. So it's easy to handle. So I found it so easy to handle. I just started with that learning Angular and just apply that. But the term used that there is some difficulty with Angular. So right now I didn't face any problem like that. So and I didn't implement with other frameworks. So that's why.
But thing is, yes, it is easy to use and easy to develop applications. I do agree with you, right? But
Yeah.
the thing is, it is not the applications, the websites that you will be developing using Angular are not SEO friendly. Are you getting, like, am I correct or not? First you need to tell me. They are not SEO friendly, engine optimization.
Okay. Okay. So you're talking about some search engine thing.
Yes. So when you develop a website, something, suppose it is myproduct.com, right? And
Yes.
it is like the complete website can be developed using single page. So you will have a single URL, which is myproduct.com, and everything can be done from the same URL, right? So generally what
Yeah.
happens, if you see Amazon, Flipkart, they have not used Angular for developing their websites, right?
Yeah.
The reason for that is it is not SEO friendly. So have you thought this thing before developing, like before choosing Angular for developing your applications?
Talking about this search engine things means how to make the faster search and all. So basically, you can make this a filter or there's some application. Means in your Angular application also there is a way to make things faster. For example, there's one project where I make use of that something called as this is called some filter or something that will make your searching fast. Also, if you want, you can go for elastic search and all these things, which is making the inverse mapping, so making your search fast. But I didn't implement these things yet, so I don't have much idea about it. But I agree with you. Yeah, everything has some drawbacks, of course, advantage and
But
drawbacks. Everything.
Bhajan, like my thing is, before developing, like before selecting the technology framework, like any stack, right, which you are using for your application development, you should do some research, right? Why I should be using this, why I should not be using this, right? Why,
Yes.
like, because it's easy to learn new thing and implement that thing, right? But
Yeah, of course.
the problem is when you scale that thing up, right? Then it would be causing a problems, because right now your project might not be live or it not be in the production. But when you will take it into production, you will face this issue, right?
Yeah.
That your product is not being searched, is not being listed on Google. So like this could create problems for you,
Yeah, I
right?
think
So
also.
before making projects, you should think of the technical stack twice or thrice. I must say that,
Yes,
right?
yes. Yes.
Okay, it's okay. So you were talking about multiple programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python. Which one has been your favorite?
C++, of course.
C++. Reason? Any reason for that?
Because yeah, so when I was in 12 plus 2, so there was an additional subject to take. So I don't know which one to take, and initially I'm from West Bengal, so I had to take Bengali, of course. But when I was shifted to Bangalore, so there was no such subject, Hindi or Bengali. So I have to choose computer science, and it was
Okay.
by default I have to take, and I learned, okay, so this is how the computer thing is working. So there I learned about C++, and it was quite interesting. So I thought, yeah, okay, this can be the language I can use. Yeah, so from there I
Okay, okay, okay. So like you have been doing C++ programming from class 12th, right?
yeah, not coding and all, but yeah, simple basic things I had to settle on.
Okay. So there is like I just have a one basic question, right? C++
Yeah,
is generally called partially object oriented and Java is called fully object oriented. Like, can you
yeah,
tell me some, like, am I correct? First thing you need to ensure me that whether I'm correct or not. And if yes, I am, then why they are called?
yeah. You can say partially because not fully means I can say that C++ is 90% object programming like that because
Okay.
because I think there's a concept in inheritance that is called multiple inheritance. So when you
Okay.
talk about multiple inheritance, so one child class or one red class is there, which is taking the property, acquiring the property from different base classes. Right.
Right.
So now the problem comes like it may be it may you can say that in that way. So some duplication can happen if there is some diamond kind of structure. So there's problem for diamond problem is also there. So whenever there is a base class called A, it is giving some hierarchical structure and giving properties to B and C, and this class D is taken from B and C. So finally you can see that the property that is acquired by class D is some coming from the base initial grandparent, that is the class A. So it will be taken from both B and C, and it is giving me the ambiguity. So
Okay.
this problem shouldn't happen, this kind of problem. And also there are some other problems with basically we see that this kind of problem we may face in C++. But while going to Java, there is nothing such concept called the multiple inheritance or something. You may use using some implements or we can make use of interface. So when we call about interface, so we use abstract class in C++, where we say that there is at least one pure virtual function. But it may happen there are some other functions which are also implemented, but they are not pure. Right.
Okay.
So there is no
Okay.
concept like interface. But when you go to Java, then Java completely give one interface that says I am the one. Whoever is taking some property from me should implement this. So they are only giving pure virtual functions completely, and that's why it is becoming more kind of you can say more object. I mean, it is giving the whoever is acquiring the property from that base class is taking the contract that I am signing the contract. If I am taking the property from you, I will of course do the implementation of the function that you are providing. So this makes more object oriented, I think. So that's how the thing goes. I think.
Okay. Okay. And if I talk about DSA, right? If I talk about data structures, algorithms, how much would you rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10?
To be honest, I can approximately give 7.5, and I think you can
That's
judge me
good.
better and give the rating later after the interview.
Okay.
The exact
Okay.
one.
So have you been into competitive programming things in or
Yeah, being in computer science and IT, I have to take part of some coding contest and all, but I am not means neither too good nor too bad, so I can say that I'm an intermediate coder.
okay? That's fine. That's fine. So what do we have is, right, I have certain questions for you, right, and I want to understand the logic first, then I will be asking you to code, like if required.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Right, I'm showing you certain problem, right? You might have heard this problem also. If you would have heard, if you have heard of it, right? Just let me know.
Yeah, sure.
So can you see this problem? Largest sum continuous subarray.
Largest sum continuous. Yeah, it is it's a product question.
So it is like you are given an array and you need to figure out what could be the subarray whose sum is maximum, right? So in this case, if you see, you are given some positive as well as negative values, and you need to figure out the array, the subarray with the maximum sum. So here, if you the one highlighted in green is, right, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 5 is 7. So 7 is the sub, like this is the subarray which contains the maximum sum, and the value is 7, right?
Yes,
So what could be the, like, did you get the question?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So have you, like, you might have seen this question before also.
Yes, yes.
How will you solve it? How will you solve it?
Okay, so before going to the problem, so let me ask you some questions. So first of all, it is not sorted, right? As shown in the example. So it can be in any order.
Sorry?
The array can be in any order. It is not sorted.
Yeah, yeah. Array is unsorted only.
And what is the range of your array? Maximum range.
Maximum range could be the maximum supported by, like, it could be 10 to the 6, right? The maximum
Okay,
supported by
10
the
power 6.
system.
Okay, so you're talking, if you are talking about 10 power 6, and if my system is having only 10 power 8, so I think big of insert solution, if I give, so you will not allow me. So let me first
So
give you the input.
you can share your screen and, like, write something down so that I may know, be able to, like, what you are thinking of.
Yeah, of course, I'll do that. Just let me know if the screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, 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 it is.
Okay. So can you give me one example according to you?
So example is this one only, a minus 2, minus 3, 4, minus 1,
Okay.
minus 2,
Yes.
1, 5, minus 3.
One type number. So this is my array. So yeah. So my first brute approach is, since it is contiguous sub array, so I can't take
Yes.
randomly anything. So I have to go index by index, means contiguous way. So if I select my first index, that is I equal to 0. So since it is taken, I will fix that point. And now what I can do, I can keep another array, means another loop, that is my second means nested loop, which will go from I plus 1 to the till
Okay.
the end.
Bhajan, you have
Yeah.
seen this problem.
Yes, sir.
I want the most efficient solution that you can give.
Yeah, so it is basically the standard question which is called a Karen algorithm. So if we use
Okay.
the Karen algorithm, it will give me big of n complexity and big of 1 step complexity. Should I go directly for it?
Okay. Yes, I want some pseudocode to be written over here.
Okay, so you want the pseudocode. So my first approach is that there will be some global sum which is my maximum sum. So let's say there is some global maxi. So this will give me the maximum sum. So initially, let's say it can be negative also, right? So let me say it is integer. So the maximum sum also can be means minus infinity also, right? If all are minus infinity, I'm
Okay.
assuming that.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
So my answer can be negative also if all the values are negative. So I'm taking like that. And so my algorithm will go like let's say I'm calling a function called carry, and in this function I will keep one array. So let's say this is my vector array. So now in this my algorithm, what we will release is the maximum sum. So since I am using on global variables, I can also use the void function, no problem. So inside now I have the array. So what I can do, I can run one loop. So my loop will go like for integer I equal to 0. I less than the n, where n is the size of my array. So I can say array dot size and I should. I have to go for the integration program. Yeah. So now I am at index 0. So in my index 0 there is minus 2. So now the thing is, what should I take? Should I take this minus 2 or not? So the most optimal way to take the global maximum now is take the minimum, not without not taking the integer mean, but we can take the initial value. So can I assume that there is only at least one element in my array?
Sorry,
Can I assume that there is at least one element in my array? My array is not empty.
you are not clear to me, right? Can you type it in chat if
Uh, yes. Can I assume that at least
yes, 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 yes.
one
I
element?
got it.
So instead of keeping this main, I'll keep an array of zero.
A0, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is the optimal thing. And this global I can keep it inside that function. So inside that, what I will do, since I've already taken this is as a maximum value, that is minus 2. So if there is nothing, no element, minus 2 is my optimal answer. But I don't know that whether to take it or not. So I'm taking another variable called maxi only, that is local maximum. And this is also my array of 0. So this is already taken. Since I assume that at least one element there. So I will now start from 1 index. So at 1 index there is minus 3. So I will check that taking this minus 3 is optimal or not. If I'll get a better result or not. So here I will check that if my maxi is always there is there, this initial maximum plus this current element, that is array of I, if I add this, if this summation is going to give me better result. So if the maximum value is minus 2 and I'm adding minus 3, so it will give me minus 5. So minus 5 is not the optimal. So if it is going to give me greater than the initial value, that is my global max, then only I'm going to update my global max. So my global max is now not maxi, but whatever maxi plus ARR of I after adding this, whatever I'm getting, this is my maximum. And it may happen that my after doing the summation, my value is going uh, okay. So taking negative value in the array is not going to give me some optimal solution. So I can check that if my maximum plus ARR of I, whatever I am adding, if this value is giving me less than 0, that is negative value. So I am not going to take this, and I am just taking just my global max is equal to now 0. So for example,
Can you zoom
minus,
it? Can you zoom it a little bit?
yes,
Okay.
I know this.
Fine, fine.
So yeah, so I'm checking that if taking the current position is going to give me negative value, I'm not going to take it. So I'm again initializing it as 0. So let me not this is not global maximum, this is the maximum is going to be 0. Again, for example, this minus 10 minus 2 is going to be minus 5, which is not optimal. So I'm putting maximum equal to 0 right now. When 4 comes, so 0 plus 4 is going to give me the 0 plus 4 is always greater than global maximum. Global max was my global maximum. So global maximum value was initially minus 2, but now 0 plus 4 is greater than minus 2. So I am updating that global max. And after that, I will just update my maximum equal to initial maximum plus area of current element. Yeah, that's what. So yeah, so now after doing this, after going through each loop, whatever maximum value I am getting, so my global maximum, finally, this global maximum is equal to maximum of my initial global maximum and the current maximum. And finally I can return my global maximum. Let us put it into this. So let me keep on cross check. So initial global maximum is -2. Now my maximum is also my -2. When I go into from one index, so it's -3. So my maximum is -2, and while adding -3 it is -5. So it is not greater than -5 is not greater than minus 2. So it is not updated. But I am getting that adding this -5 is less than 0, so maximum is updated to 0. And when maximum is updated to 0, so their global maximum I am okay. So there is another problem. Like it may happen that all are negative and my value is updated to 0. So this shouldn't happen. So instead of putting max equal to 0, what I can do is uh, I can see that whether the current is negative. So I can take only this negative or adding the previous value with the current value is giving me the some positive value. I can take it. So equal to max plus area of 5. Equal to 18 plus area of 5. Otherwise, if it is less than 0, only then after maximum. And global max is to maximum global max is comma the current max. So this is the extent if all the values are positive, then this could work. Now let's check about the test case like where all are negative. So it may possible that taking
What
the
will be the use
less.
of what will be the use of global maxi, right? Maximum value. You have not
Yeah,
used
so
it
it is
anywhere. Like you are just updating it.
no, it is used that last after doing all the operations. So I'm taking global maximum equal to maximum of the global initial maximum and the
So
current maximum.
you could have directly returned the maximum value, right? If it would have been greater than global, see, you have not updated the global maximum value anywhere. It is like the maximum value of both, right? So
Yes.
always you could have returned the maximum value.
No sir, no sir. It will not happen. It may be possible there is some other index from where I can start again and I get the
Okay,
maximum.
try to run this. You will see
Okay,
that this global maxi is not giving any effect, right? You can verify this thing.
okay. I'll check it. here only. So I'll first get it. Starting with yes. So, there is some problem, but yeah, that approach is fine, but I could handle the cases where all are negative. Let me go to another side. I think this thing somewhere inside it. So I am putting okay, so this variable is social integral. And after that I'm just going to equal to initial value right now. So we follow condition of 1, taking another side plus plus, and taking the case my maximum value, initial maximum value, and my current value of I, which is greater than maximum. Then I'm going to update my maximum. So my max is equal to maxi plus error because taking this uh, this is the thing 0. So I can take this, no problem. So somehow I am storing my global maximum value, no problem with it. If this value is coming less than 0, then only I am taking max equal to 0. After that I am taking my global maximum equal to maximum of initial global maximum and my current maximum. So this is yeah. Yes, yes.
You need to save it, I think.
Okay.
Save this photo.
Yes. So I'm executing that give me 7. So for example, if I have like minus 4 and then 3 and then minus 2 and then 7. So as you can see, that taking this 7 is beneficial for me instead of taking some sub-array combination. So initially it is minus 4 and when I take 3, so it is again adding up to it is giving minus 1. So what is the use of taking minus 4? So I'm not taking that. I'm directly telling that my now update to 3 only. So again 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, okay. So there's some problem. So before I have to check that
Answer
whether
answer should have been 8, right? In this case.
yes, 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 because I can start from 3.
Yes.
Yes. So my maximum was minus 4, and if my maximum plus area of I is minus 3, so I can simply say that my maximum equal to instead of this max of maximum plus area of I comma area of I. Because it may be possible that taking this value giving me the maximum value, right? So if I take this 3 and minus 4 plus 3, so which one is beneficial? Of course, taking 3 is beneficial. So I am taking x plus 3. So now I check that whether this 3, okay, max is updated there. So I can check like that. If my, now I check if my minus max 3 is less than 0. Now I just say that max is 0. And then I can go for global maximum. So max plus global maximum. So,
Okay, tell me one thing. One thing.
yeah, yeah.
Will this code at line number 13 will ever be executed?
Mm, maximum plus area is greater than 0. Yeah, I think like if we take the negative value only, minus 2 minus 2. So this is not being greater than 0. So again I'm putting this maximum equal to 0 only. So yeah, it will be executed only when all values are negative, right? So this condition will be not valid anymore.
Okay.
So then
Take an example of all negative numbers and let's see the output in that case.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm saying like it says minus 4 comma minus 2 comma minus 3. So in this case our answer is going to be minus 2 I guess. So but what will
Yes.
happen is here that I want that initially that minus 4 is my answer global maximum. But when I add that maximum with the current area of that is minus 6, so it is not greater than 0. So this code will not be executed, it will come below and it says that maximum is minus 4 only. So if it is less than 0, yes. So I can say that maximum equal to 0. In this case, this negative, the occurrence of negative is I am not taking care of this. So that's the problem here. Uh, because it is possible that if all are negative, I can take the negative as a maximum. So that's the problem. So let's see. What I can do. I may add another variable which will keep the if all are negative this case it will handle. Can I go with it?
So like, okay, what will you do? What changes you need to make to ensure that it
Uh,
works on all negative numbers?
so nothing much, but I will make sure that initially I will keep one variable which is 0, right? Then I'll iterate through the for one loop and I'll check that if there is at least one positive, then this positive value is going to give me the result, of course. So if are all negative, then I have to take the maximum of this negative value.
Okay.
So I'm keeping that negative, this maximum negative value, and I'll keep on flag to check if
So
all are negative or
how
not.
will you figure out, like, how will you figure out that all the values are negative? Do you need to traverse it once? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
how will you check that how like all the values are negative?
Yeah, I can keep one loop because so it will just go through everyone and if we found at least one positive value, it will give flag 1. Otherwise, the flag will remain 0. And I understood that if flag is 0 means there is all negative. So I can directly give the result as the maximum all of the negative value.
Could there be some other way of figuring this out?
Yeah, of course. So maximum result there. Um, I don't know. This is another. Global maximum I put as 0 and maximum I am keeping as this current value. And while attempting so in this loop only I can update here, right? So I keep another variable to check for the minimum.
Okay.
So for example, till now there is one maximum variable I keep one minimum variable, which is initially let's say integer max, all integer. So what I can say that if my minus 4 is negative and if it is taken so I can say that for this loop is executing in maximum plus area of I it is giving me greater than 0. So in that case I am taking this maximum to maximum array of I from array of. So there can be I can handle the case like whether I am taking this current position or not. If I am not taking this current position, so no. If I am taking only starting from this current position, then I can take the value of current position to check if this is the maximum of the minimum value.
Okay. Okay. But then let's leave it. Let's leave this question, right? I
Okay,
have one more interesting question for you.
okay,
Okay, so I'm sharing a link with you. You just open it, like you need to open that in your browser. I'm sharing a
okay,
link. So you might have, can you see the link in the private chat?
yes,
You need to open it in your browser. So here you can see a game, right?
yes,
There we have three blue balls and three red balls, right? I need to swap the position of these balls. What strategy can I form, right? Like how will I go, how I'm going to play this?
So you want to swap all the blue balls with the red balls.
Yes, yes. The red ball should come to the left and blue ball should come to the right. All the three balls. The possible moves that you can maybe make is you can move the ball to the adjacent empty cell or adjacent to adjacent empty cell. Right? You try it once. You will be able to figure out the possible moves.
Okay, okay. So you're telling like if there's an empty cell, I can make the move.
Yes, yes. This is valid move, right? Moving blue ball to the right side, right?
Yes.
And after that, you can move the red ball to the like second left block, which will. So you try it once, right? You try it once. Click on the red blue ball. You click on the blue ball. See, it has moved to the adjacent empty location.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, yes. And the red ball can't go, no?
Now you cannot move, right? You are stuck. Actually, you need to reset it.
Okay. So red can just go a maximum 2 steps.
You see, you click on blue ball,
Yes.
right? Now, when you click on red ball, it will be jump over this blue ball and move to next adjacent empty cell. Click on the red ball. You will see. Yes. So these are the two possible moves that you can make. Either to the adjacent cell or adjacent to adjacent.
One doubt. So if there is no blue ball, so can red go directly to that empty position if this position is empty?
Yes, 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 definitely.
So it is not required that always the blue ball is there.
See, you try it for. See here, you can see the number, right? 3. You try it for 2, right? Try it for 2.
Okay, so there is if their number of balls, total number of balls is 4, so total number of cells are 5. Is it like that? Only one input?
Yes, yes, yes.
And it means n by 2 balls are in the leftmost and n by 2 balls in the rightmost. So middle one is the empty cell.
Yes.
So what you want basically, you want me to find out the minimum number.
I want you to play this game. I want you to play this game and do it in as minimum steps as you can. Minimum number of steps.
So can you give me an example, like in this case, how many minimum steps? I mean, what is the answer for this?
You try, you will be able to figure out, right? Try it for 2 balls.
Okay. So red blue is 0, and red is 1.
See, you might get option for 1 also. You can try for 1 ball. There from that you can.
Yeah. So there is 1 only.
Yeah. Okay. For 1, the minimum number of steps that is required is.
Yeah. One
So
more.
first you will write yes, 1 step, 2 step, and then you move blue to the adjacent right.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So
So
totally
it's done
okay,
in
okay.
3.
Yes, yes,
It's done in 3 steps.
yes. Okay. So blue, complete, yes, yes. So if there are 3 balls on this day, so let me just simplify. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. So that's a particular path I follow. Like blue is going 1 step. So first my move will be to move the blue one. After blue is moved, I have to move the left. No, it is not right way. Because it will be a step. So I have to put blue. Okay. So first to go blue, then red. after that I can keep that blue here, again blue, and I can keep red here, but that will not be enough. Okay, okay. So this is not possible, right? So adjacent, if blue is the right side, blue can't overjump it. So my first
No,
step
no.
is to keep all the blue to
Right
the right.
now, right now, blue one can jump, but when you will move the red one, after that it won't be able to jump, right?
Oh, blue can also jump.
See, the possible moves are two, right? There are only two possible moves. Either
Okay,
they
okay,
can
okay.
it's same for both red and blue, right?
Mhm.
They can move to the next adjacent cell, or they can move to next adjacent cell, empty cell.
Okay, okay. So my approach is first. Let me just do one thing. I'm taking my just. I'm assuming that my left side is blue and right side is red. So first move
Yes.
will be make the blue move and then make the red move to the twice the distance. So if blue is moving one step, my red will move two steps. Means it is swapping, but two swaps are already needed. But now what will happen? Uh, I will just change the condition. Like now my blue will act as a red and red will act as a blue. So like if I work like that, then only I will get the maximum. For example, first my move was blue and then red I move. So my blue moved one step and my red moved two steps. Now my turn is to make the blue, but blue can go now two steps. So it is acting like initially just like the red one. So it is going two steps. So now I have the empty state for red after blue gone. So now the turn for red. Now red will go one step. Okay. Okay, okay. So this red also
This
is going to
red, the rightmost red would not be able
ah
to move.
one, two. This one, this one. And then
Again
it's not
stuck, right?
possible. Yes, yes. There is some particular way that I have to follow. Uh, so, okay, so my job is to make the space free. One space free, of course, always. So there is a space free for red. So red can come. If I turn blue, then it is blocked. So I should check that I should avoid the blocking thing. So my red will come now. So there is an option that red can come, blue can come. So the thing I have to check that in this position, which move to take, either blue or red. So if I take blue here, then red has a move, but this blue will be extra. I don't
Yes.
want that. So I will just try to make this blue at that side. So if this blue comes, now this blue can go, and now red can come this side. Okay, okay. One move to make it so the other one to come. If you can go here, you can come here. It's locked. So I move this way. So this blue and this blue is reached there. So this position is to be empty.
You should try the red one, right? Don't move the blue.
You want me to
Reset
go for
it,
first blue?
right? Let me help you. Right? Yes.
Right.
Jump the red one. Now move the
Okay.
red one, right?
Okay, so the blue can go to the optimal position.
Yes, yes. Now blue, take the blue to the yes. Now you take the left blue, right? The blue at the left one, left side. Yes. Now you can move the the red to the extreme last, and this red to the.
Okay.
Did you get any idea, like how you are doing it?
Okay, just I'll take the idea. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
So first move is to check if I can move ahead. So there's one
Mm-hmm.
empty cell, so this blue can go this position. So my first cell is going to be blue cell one step. And second, I'll check that there should be an empty cell. If pick blue here, so red is blocked. So red shouldn't be blocked. So I can pick one red swapping this. So this red is taken this position. Now my task is to pick this red to this leftmost corner. So for that I have to pick that blue, but this blue can't go. So let me make this space for it. But if I do that, but red one will be extended. Uh, so let me first move this blue to second position. Okay, I'm getting some idea. I'm getting very seven. Wait, wait, one minute. Let me go for three. Let me check if I'm working on it. Blue is gone, and I'm next to step for the now it is this side. Okay. First red go, then again red, then go blue. Oh sorry. This stays in there.
You can't do this, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Plus one, plus one, and after swapping one step is two more, and I have to make it for this blue to go this way. Let me keep this, this way. And now this is empty. Yes. Ah, I think this move is also invalid. You can solve it.
Yes, you should try this one.
So these are alternate. So now I can move. So this one to four. I want all the with the right side. So for that I have to bring the red to the this way. So the this is to here to this to confirm. So that means this to this side. So this should confirm. And this one.
Okay, Bhajan, just like
Yes.
what idea you are
Can you
getting,
start
right?
me?
What idea you are
So
getting?
I am trying to find some relation. Means for one, if there is only one ball, I have to take three moves. So I can see if there are two balls, so I have to take eight moves. So basically, it's like kind of some relation is there. Maybe like whatever I am getting, the if three moves I am getting, so I have to multiply the with two and plus two if I do. For example, in this case, it may take. I can say directly. I have to check for
Okay.
more steps.
Now tell me one thing. Can there be any algorithm to solve this, right? Can there be some pattern? Like if you could solve the one cross one, right? Would you be able to solve the two cross two with the help of that?
We're talking about recursion.
I don't know. I don't have any idea, right? I am asking you, right? Were you able to figure out certain pattern, right? You solved the one B one
Yeah.
R, right? Then you solved
Yes.
two B two R, right? Were you able to figure out something like some recursive solution for that?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's recursion. Not getting it. Okay, let's say this is the small block of three sides. So I can just cross this two with three moves. Right. So let me put blue there, red here, then blue can go there. So this is the three moves I have taken. Now it takes only this much I see. And when I just add extra ball, this two, then I'm taking this previous move was taken three moves, but it's taking eight moves. But the relations in them is
Have you played like I can assure like I can be 100% sure that you might have played this game before also, right?
no, no, no.
No? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Then fine.
Is it like a Tower of Hanoi, like using some temporary stairs?
Yeah, Tower of
Those
Hanoi is
people
different
think
thing,
that
right?
it's
It
wrong.
is also some basic game, right? But it has certain recursive solutions, and you can look out, like you can look out to play this game. This one is very simple, right? You can do it practically also, right? And try to figure out certain solutions. Now, one thing I want to know, you know what is BST, right? What is binary search tree?
Yes, yes. Yes.
What it is actually, like if I need to define binary search tree.
So finally, search tree is like uh, for a particular node, if we want to put inside another node, which is the value less than that particular root node, then I have to keep that node to the left side of the current node or the root node. And if the value is greater than the current node, then I have to put that node in the right side of the node. So it gives us a big of log n time complexity for searching or inserting.
So if you are
Because
given a
we have to.
tree, if you are given a tree and you need to verify whether the given tree is a binary search tree or not, what approach you will use?
Uh, yeah, basically, there's a good point approach like we just check that whether the current, the immediate one is smaller than or it is invalid or not. So first check for invalid, but this may not work for a particular subject. So the approach can be, the better approach can be like we take one range like from minus infinity to plus infinity. So we check if my root value is within that range. So it is a possible case. Then if we go in for the left side, then our range is going to be smaller. Like our range is now from minus infinity to the value of the current node. So within that range, the left side value should be there. And in the right side, I am assigning the range from the current value to integer maximum. This is my range for the right. So like that, it will go and traverse the tree. And if I found any invalid that is not lying within that range, I can say it is
Any
not
better
there.
solution than this?
If
Any
everything is
better
okay,
solution than this?
this is can big of n time. Better
Okay.
solution.
Tell me, if I traverse a binary search tree, like which traversal gives me the tree in sorted order?
Okay, it will give me in order traversal. Left parent
In
and
order
child.
traversal. So if I do the in order traversal of the given tree and it gives me the
That's
values
sorted.
in sorted order, can I say it is a binary search tree?
If it is in sorted order, then BSC, but it will take require extra.
Could you have used that solution also to verify the given tree is binary search tree or not?
Yeah. If you are just doing the in order traversal, it must be in sorted order. If it is not in sorted order, that means it is not BSC, not valid BSC.
Can you be sure on this? Like if I am doing a traversal in order traversal of a given tree and it is in sorted order, can I 100% say it is a binary search tree?
Yeah, it depends on the condition you are giving. If you are, according to me, yeah, it will give me the result. Yeah, I think it will
Okay,
give.
okay. That's
Yes,
fine,
yes.
Bhajan. So it's all from my side, Bhajan, right? And let's call Sidra and see.
Um, Thanks a lot, Piyush, for taking out time and asking Bhajan all these questions. I hope the session was helpful to you, Bhajan, and you're going to go away with a lot of important things that you might have realized today and got to know about today, like the new stuff. And to all the viewers, thanks a lot for joining in. And I hope the session was really helpful to you guys as well. So,
Sidra, just a point, right? Would
yeah,
Bhajan be able to would Bhajan like to take the feedback or not?
yeah,
Yes.
that's your call.
Bhajan, would you like to take the feedback?
Yes, of course. Because
Okay, sure. So I would love to say like how did you like the interview? Like how was it according to you? Would you be selected after this or rejected?
okay. I will reject myself. Yeah, reject.
Okay. Was it like what was the level of questions, right? Well, like
Level of questions were very easy, but my approach is I don't know what happened. I was not getting. I was
because
getting stuck.
see, Bhajan, first question was standard cadence algorithm, and I just wanted you to code the cadence algorithm, right? But you were stuck. And second question, I didn't expected the answer, right? I don't expect, but I just wanted whether you will be able to solve it. It's a simple game. You should be able to like figure out the number of the moves in which we can solve the problem, right? And it was
Yes,
quite a simple game, right?
yes,
Because to take you out of some programming dilemma, right? I placed that game so that uh, you will be able to figure out, right? Because being the programmers, being engineers, you all are involved in certain gaming things, right?
yeah,
So it was just to check the logical ability, the stress that you are going through, in that whether you are able to come out of that stress and play the games or apply certain logics out of that thing, right? That's why I placed that at the second position, and after that again brought you back to technical thing, the binary search tree, right? Which require that whether you know the technical concepts correctly or not, right? Whether you remember, because you know, right? You know things. I'm quite sure about it. But whether you are able to recall those concepts at particular moment or not, that is what is needed, right? Because I am sure, right? You know these things. It's not about that you don't know, but whether you are able to recall those things at particular moment when required, that's or not. So yes, I really like the way you were trying. You try to tackle the problems, but you need for me from my side, I will try to give you a second chance. Come prepared, and we will meet again.
yeah. Of course, of course. I would like to join again.
Thank you, Bhajan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
All the very best, Bhajan, for future endeavors.
Thank you much.
Yes.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.